Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast. We are not live, as you guys know. Through June, we're going to be hanging out, recording, and having a good time. And we hope you guys are joining in and watching and listening to us, as most of you do anyway. So we're going to roll through. And, of course, I'm joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Producer Paul.
Hello.
And we got a special guest on third mic joining us.
Yes, we do.
He's our resident third mic when he wants to come on, and that is from the horror with Sir. Now I got to plug you.
I'm just getting my hands right. That's all.
The horror with Sir Sturdy podcast, also followed up by the Sturdovision podcast. You can watch them live video, or you can check them out and watch them or listen to them anytime after that. But that's right, the man is here, Sir Sturdy. What's up, Sturdy?
How's it going, gentlemen? And just letting you guys know, this Friday, it's going to be a savage night.
Yep.
A savage beach, that is.
It fits the motif of tonight.
Watch party. Yes, it does. And this wasn't on purpose. We didn't plan this out. This was just... I'm going to be honest. Here's what happened. The movie that we were supposed to do in Sturdovision this past Friday got pushed back behind the scenes reasons. None of your business. Mm-hmm. And then Savage Beach was just locked in at this weekend, this Friday, either way. And boom. I still want you to watch Samurai Cop, but I think the plan here is going to be good, because I think what you're going to do is you're going to watch Savage Beach, and Definitely. Then you're going to be like, wait, you mean Savage Beach and Samurai Cop are the same, basically made by the same people? Oh, mm-hmm. Well, we have to follow it up and follow this party and get it going. Yeah.
And we will eventually one day get to New York Ninja. Probably the greatest. The greatest.
I can't wait.
But I don't know. I did watch Watchers recently, so I don't think anything can outdo that.
We'll save that one. Nope. I don't even want to talk about that movie right now.
I just want to say one more thing about Sturdovision, guys, is you're going to get the majority of horror on there, but you're going to get some weird stuff on there as well. It's not necessarily horror movies. You're going to get some weird, some strange, some nonsense on there. And there's going to be a lot of topless people on there, because that's what these weird movies, not the weird ones, but Savage Beach. Tune in.
And can I plug Sturdy?
Yeah, please go ahead, plug them.
Yeah, if I can plug Sturdy, you guys, if you have the chance, start Sir Sturdy at the very beginning. I'm doing that right now on Spotify, and it's very enjoyable starting episode 1 and working your way up, because you get to grow with Sturdy. You get to hear how insane it always is and still is, and I think you'll grow to love it even more if you start at the very beginning.
I say don't start at the beginning, bail completely. Start right now from where he goes and make him rewatch a bunch of shit. Blood Lake, he has to do an annual Blood Lake rewatch every Thanksgiving.
No. Thanksgiving.
All right, we're not talking about Thanksgiving. We're not talking about Thanksgiving.
That's
we got it. This is my show.
It is a beach movie. It is a beach movie, but if you guys want me to see that again, you got to pay for that.
Thanksgiving movie. I'll give it to you. You can go watch it with Sir Sturdy every Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. God damn that movie. All right.
Perfect movie.
Guys, we're gonna have a fun time. I wish I was in beach mode, but I'm not. I'm miserable, Mick. Because my HVAC unit hasn't worked since June 6th.
I mean, technically, you should be in beach mode because it's hot and makes you want to go to the beach, take your shirt off.
No, it doesn't.
Get your surfboard out.
No, this miserable heat indoors does not make me want to go outdoors for the beach. There's nothing I want at the beach. I want air conditioning. And I want to sleep. I want to stop being miserable. I want it taken care of. And it's taking forever.
How come at the con you kept singing Surfing USA? You talk about you couldn't wait to get back on the surfboard.
Yeah, I would love to if I had the abs I did when I was 25, but that shit ain't happening.
You don't need abs to surf.
They just come when you're on the surfboards.
You're right. You do not need abs to surf. Because I surfed when I didn't have abs. But you need a strong, young core that can hold you up, and some knees that can handle that type of movement. That ain't gonna happen.
I'll let you use the knee. I'll let you use the knees.
The knees.
We're not gonna. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you guys. I want to say thank you to our sponsor for this episode, Sticker Mule. Go check them out. Sign up with the link down below. We'll talk about it a little bit more and who they are towards the middle of the show. But thank you to Sticker Mule. All right, guys. I have a topic I want to throw out to you guys. And there's a little game I wanted to play. And
Yes.
I hope it's going to be absurd, and it's probably going to be a disaster. Just so you know. But okay, here's what we're going to do. Here's the game. We're going to quote movies tonight. Each of us have brought crazy, dumb, weird movie quotes, silly movie quotes, things like that, and we're going to quiz each other on them. I say we go round robin until we're eliminated. Okay, you get 3 strikes to not be eliminated, because this could go really fast. Otherwise,
It will.
I'm terrible at this stuff, but it's gonna be fun.
So
I can't wait.
Is it the twist? You want to explain?
Go ahead.
All right, so here's the twist. Here's the twist of the game. You can get points. There's a point system. If you can guess the character who said it, you get 4 points. And it's the character name, not the actor's name, because for actor's name, you get 3 points. If you can guess the movie, you get 2 points. If you can guess the race of the character, you get 1 point. Okay, here's how we read them off. No inflection. Do not do it like they do in the movies. You just read it like you're reading text off of a page. Because there's certain things, if you say it, you're gonna know it. Like, oh, it was a Southern movie, maybe it's Gone with the Wind, something like that. I mean,
all my accents are Southern mixed. It'd be pretty.
Your accent wasn't even Southern in the South when we were hanging out.
No. I mean, not my personal accent. I mean, when I try to do accents, that's pretty much all I got down.
Best.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do what you gotta do.
All right. I thought it would be fun if our guest, well, not really guest, but third mic, kicked us off, and you're gonna be. We'll go. How about we go clockwise? Okay. So it goes to me.
Okay.
All right.
You want me to kick it off?
And then I'll go with Paul.
All right. I don't even know which one I want to start. I'll just start with the first one. I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
Oh my God. I'm just one stomach flu.
Can only Mick guess?
I'll tell you what. We'll be able to opt out if I can't guess. Or fuck it. He's asking first, then I'll ask, then you ask, but we can go against each other for points. How's that?
Okay.
Let's do it that way.
What does that mean?
Okay, no. So now, Paul, whoever can answer all those questions first and gather up points.
Okay.
Keep track of your own points.
Oh, shit.
I told you this is absurd.
Paul, do I buzz in?
No, just if you can name it before any one of the things before me. So can we say it again? Can you say it again for me, Sturdy?
Yes. Do you want me to drop it in the private chat too?
No, because I don't want anybody taking it to Google.
You're right.
My hands are up.
Okay. I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
Okay. I'm going to guess that's from Mean Girls.
You got to guess, Paul? Oh, sorry. I was going to say, you want to do it like that? Guess the movie, then guess the actress, or something
you
like
can
that?
Tell me if it is or not.
Oh, it's not Mean Girls.
Okay. So we just keep guessing.
Okay.
I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
Can I guess the actress and you tell me if I'm right? Is
that part of it, though? I mean,
you guess. Just keep guessing.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's Melissa McCarthy that said it.
No.
Damn. I'm so wrong. And I can hear it in my head too.
I know it. All right, let's pass. Let's do a pass. I'm good with passing. You go with passing, Paul. Let's go to another quote. We'll come back to that one. And we cannot guess until he brings that back up.
So hang on. Just so I know, I'm going to highlight this a certain color just so I remember.
I realize, people, there's a lot of dead air right now.
Sorry.
Well, there won't be.
It'll be cut out. It'll be fine.
I clipped the dead air, so it's fine.
Not sorry.
Not sorry, but you heard that.
You'll be like, what dead air?
Just remember, I love you. We got here quicker because I was inspired by you, the listeners. Yep. That's right.
You ready? You guys ready for the next one?
I think so.
Yeah, but I shoot with this hand.
Gene Wilder in Blazing Saddles. He's white, and the character's name was no, that wasn't it. Oh no, his other movie was called that. It's the Waco Kid.
You got everything else right but that.
Okay. So I didn't get the character, which is 4 points. So I got 3, 2, 1. So I got 6 points.
Dang. Good job, Mick.
Thank you. You can still guess the character if you know it. Have you never seen Blazing Saddles?
No, of course I have. You know I have.
All right. So
where the white women at?
That would be a fun watch party.
That would be really fun. That's such a. Mary's never seen it.
What?
I know, and we just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But I'm definitely going to watch it with her. We have to. Okay. All right. So let me get a quote for you guys. I'm not gonna make them that hard.
For our quotes, are they allowed to be vulgar?
I mean, yeah.
But
yeah, for the most part, I think.
Okay.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks.
So you got 4 points and 2 points. So you got 6 points too. And you said Tom Hanks. So 4, 3, 7, 8, 9, and you gotta say his race.
He is Caucasian.
We no longer use that word. We call them white fucks. We call them
white devils. Sorry, white devil.
There you go.
I prefer the term honky. It makes me sound like honky tonk. I love that song. So
honky tonk, man.
All right.
That's my first thought of it.
All right, Paul, you were up, sir.
Of course, I'm going to do the first one with a cursing quote because I lost my quotes. So I'm going from memory. All right. So, quote begins. I'll show you how to fuck family.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? Why would you say that? I don't want to do porn in this.
Yeah, we were doing that. I didn't know we were doing like stepmom porn and all that, Paul.
Yeah, it's some weird ass movie he saw like 20 years ago, and now he just remembers that one line. And that's what he's bringing to the table here. That's what he's bringing.
I watch it every year, and in my defense, it's a movie I think you guys would have seen back in the day because it was part of a big Yeah.
I'll show you how to.
I got nothing.
Is it? I can't remember. Is it like the Devil's Rejects?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I mean, yeah, because I don't remember them wanting to fuck. Like I'm just. So I'm like, it can't be that, but I don't know. I have to watch Devil's Rejects again. I'm gonna actually just give that one up. I don't know. Not even gonna.
I have no idea what that one.
What was it?
It's from the 8 Films to Die For. It's called Lake Dead.
I am going to throw you off this show.
Why?
That's like the biggest. I said A-list actors.
A-list. See? Okay,
major motion pictures,
My fault,
not TV movies or straight to video movies.
It was a theater
From 1999.
2003.
I'm not really going to do that, but you're a maniac.
Don't fire me. All right, so that's a mulligan. It's all good. Go back to Sturdy.
Oh God. No, Sturdy, you go.
That's what I just said.
This is bombing so hard.
I'm glad we're not live.
Oh,
right.
It's not better.
I got one.
Oh, so or we're bailing.
I feel comfortable using legal jargon in everyday life. Someone catcalls the character. I object.
Liar, liar.
No.
Damn.
What did you say? I feel comfortable using legal jargon every day.
In everyday life, someone catcalls the character, and then the character says, "I object."
I object. My mind is going to explode from you people, and I don't mean you people in that way. I meant like you two and these quotes that you're getting. You two human beings that are driving. Fucking A. God damn it.
It's too easy, Paul. All we have to do is laugh. And now there's two of us he has to deal with.
It's just the worst game I've ever played. Oh my God.
Let me ask you again.
No, what is it? No idea.
It's Legally Blonde.
Damn.
Oh no.
That's an A-list.
I just watched that a week ago too. My heat brain. Oh my, you get 6 points for that too, Sturdy. I'm giving an automatic 6 points for that.
Okay.
Because you did miss out on Paul giving that lame ass TV movie.
Sorry.
It
wasn't a TV movie. It was a featured film.
Where? In what? Tell me where.
Regal Cinemas. They always did the 8 Films Die For every October.
My God. Still, it's so niche. It's such a niche. It's a film festival.
Did you never go to any of the 8 Films to Die For? Like, honestly.
Oh, I've seen the 8 Films to Die For when it came out for rental because they probably didn't play at every theater everywhere.
No, it was select. So I messed up. I forgot the A-list. Anyway. Go ahead, Mick. What's your...
Oh,
Go
All right,
find one. Paul.
This one kind of correlates with happenstance to some things coming up. And if this is bad, I'm quitting. I'm bailing on this. I put my parachute on and I'm just gonna jump.
I got some good quotes.
I don't know what movie that's from.
Wait, I didn't ask a movie.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right, here we go. You ready? I feel the need for speed.
It's a Need for Speed movie, isn't it?
This is so exciting because I know Sturdy's never seen this movie, but it's one of the most famous movie quotes of all time.
I've never seen this movie.
Just take a guess. I'll even give you hints, guys. It's a majorly famous 80s movie, and it doesn't have Patrick Swayze in it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I can't wait for Sturdy to kick himself for this one. And he doesn't even know what's happening.
Nope.
Oh man, this game, we should not have done movie quotes. That's all I'm saying. This was a terrible idea. I don't know who came up with it. I blame them.
You did.
I still blame them.
Listen, we tried.
All right, it was Top Gun.
God bless it.
I haven't seen that movie in years. And what's funny is I grabbed a quote from that movie too.
You know, okay.
And I'm reviewing that movie Sunday, so I purposely grabbed the movie, or Saturday. I purposely grabbed the movie from that and whatever other, but First Blood.
I looked at that and I'm like, this is too easy. I'm such an asshole for picking this one. And you guys were both like, what? It's a Need for Speed movie. It's Fast and Furious.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I only seen a few Fast and Furious, and I don't remember Vin Diesel saying anything like that. He usually says something, family.
Family. We got family here.
I think Mick's going to get this next one I got, though. It's an A-list.
If I can't get this one, I quit. And we're moving on. In the Street Video movie version remake of Annie in 2001.
Jesus Christ.
All right, go ahead.
The quote is, "Clever little Clover."
Clever little Clover?
Oh my God. Clever little Clover. All right, here's the thing.
Can I give you a hint?
No.
Leprechaun.
No. Here's what I got to say before we get any hints or get into any of that. I know movie quotes. I am by no means super aficionado, right? You guys were digging deep. I can't dig that deep. But when it's famous movies, I remember the quotes. Because you're always seeing clips, you're always seeing things, so embedded in your mind. I have never heard the phrase "clever little Clover," and I swear to God, if you say a movie I've seen that says "clever little Clover," I am going to fucking explode. And I swear to God, if you say a movie that was clearly straight to video, or some smaller B movie that only the horror community right now talks about because they found a new love for it from after 30 or 40 years, I'm going to explode. I'm not even kidding. This is me. I'm not laughing right now. I'm not having a sense of humor moment. My mind is erasing because I am having such a hard time calling back to Clever Little Clover.
Holy shit.
And we all have the same amount of points that we kind of got haphazardly in this game. Where is Clever Little Clover from?
It is Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Batman movie, George Clooney, when he's talking to Poison Ivy.
All right, rant time. You fucking did it. You fucking did it. You weren't going to say The Sound of Music. You had to bring up Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I didn't do Sound of Music to be nice. I knew you didn't like
this. This is the detriment, Sturdy. I'm telling you now, this is the detriment to having someone go back and listen to all of your episodes from the beginning.
Hates that Batman. He hates.
No, I don't hate George Clooney. I hate that Batman
too.
I don't hate George Clooney.
I actually have
Batman.
I have a Popcorn and Pints episode where I was tore up reviewing that one and Batman. What was the other one? And the other one that was terrible.
I am so mad right now. I'm so mad that I know movie quotes, and you took a quote from a movie that I purposely have forgotten lines from because they're so bad. A movie I dislike. I don't even dislike. I loathe, and I'm going to urge people to go back and listen to the episodes where I really got into it. We even have clips cut for it. So go back and listen to those because I really get into why. I I loathe that movie more than humanly possible. I think it's so, and I love Joel Schumacher. I love George Clooney. I think he's great. I even don't mind Potato Head fucking Chris O'Donnell. He's just got a weird potato head. It's odd. So, and I don't mean to pick on him. Like, it's just the way it's
Yeah.
And you know what? Forget his potato head. The fact that he's 36 years old and adopted in that movie, I don't even want it. He was.
You mean to tell me if Bruce Wayne right now said, Mick, I want to adopt you, you wouldn't go with him? Because I would.
No, because I'm not his ward then. I'm his roommate who dresses as a bird and fights crime with him. That would be fine. Like me moving in with you and saying, hey, man, guess what? We fight crime together now. I'm your sidekick. Let's do it.
I'm not a billionaire, though.
Ole. And didn't even train. He just let him be an acrobat against crime. That's the thing. He wasn't even a fighter. He just let him go out and be like, all right, go be an acrobat against crime. I've got the martial arts covered. You hop around and hopefully don't get shot in the head. And your giant potato head. that is 42 years old and taking up with a billionaire. Oh, this movie. I hate this movie so much. And you had to bring it up. Moving on. I can't do it. I hate that movie. All right, let's get to I hate that movie so much. All right, let's get to 5 takeaways. So I know we did beach movies 2 weeks ago, and these idiots purposely picked horror movies because that's their background. But that was trickery. Because I knew that beach horror movies was coming up, and I saved mine for then. Don't worry. I got you covered, people. New movies. Not their flaky shit.
Hear him? You hear him?
I do.
I love you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm so mad. I'm so mad that game was not only a disaster, but it ended with me not knowing. First of all, berating Paul in a joking manner, people, by the way. We're playing for last. Calm down.
Oh.
He's not getting fired. I don't care that he picked an 8 films to die. I just don't know it, so I'm going to give him shit.
I want to say something really quick, people. The stuff that all of us gentlemen say to each other, either via pre-record or on air, is nothing compared to when the cameras and microphones are. Well, the microphones are on, but we're not recording.
Well, all right, we're not like nasty, dirty human beings.
Let me. Especially me. I get things rolling and it gets crazy. This is all I love when we talk to each other like this, people. So don't get all bent out of shape.
Yeah, this is our level, though.
This is
nice.
It is. This is us being nice for you guys, for your ears.
Here's a quote for you: "Show me the money."
Jerry Maguire.
Nice.
I don't remember the character's name.
Dirty win.
How about I know how kids like them sloppy? You're scaring us.
R. Kelly, trapped in a closet.
Billy Madison.
Do you got your passports?
When you talking to a lunch lady. Crazy.
All right. I'm not saying that whole song tonight.
All right, so 5 takeaways, summer blockbusters.
All right.
that I messed up.
No, you didn't mess up. That was great. All right.
No, last.
No. All right. You didn't mess up. It's just I hate that movie. You triggered me.
Good.
You guys want to hear a funny story?
Hang on, really quick. I'm mad I didn't think of a quote from The Sound of Music. That should have been my very first quote.
Don't do that to me. So one or the other? One or the other?
We didn't talk to each other, so I didn't know he was doing Batman.
Yeah, you guys are bombarding me with crap.
I thought about doing Sound of Music. I just didn't want to set him off.
If you had sang one of the songs, I would have gone crazy. They did one on Ted Lasso, and I'm like, this sucks. And like everybody's enjoying it because it's Sound of Music, and for some reason, everybody's warped, stupid mind loves that movie, even though nothing happens for 3 goddamn hours. Whatever. I can't get into that. I can't do that right now. You guys are bombarding me with bullshit.
You're welcome.
I don't know about all that. All right. Guys, we're going to get into our 5 takeaways. It is absurd tonight. It really is. But I want to thank, before we get into it, our wonderful sponsor of the show, Sticker Mule. Guys, they make you custom everything. You get t-shirts, you can get stickers, keychains, and so much more. If you've met us before because you're fans of the show and you come down to CFF where we've met or I've sent you gifts, swag and stuff like that, Most of that stuff has come from Sticker Mule. I've been using them for years. They are fantastic. If you go down into the link below, you get a $10 gift card on your purchase, on your first purchase. So go for it, guys. Thank you again so much. And you guys are awesome, Sticker Mules. Thank you for sponsoring the show. All right, gentlemen. My number 5. I'm going to kick us off. And I purposely left Jaws off. I said no Jaws, and I picked 5 movies that are just out there beach movies that I love in horror. Starting with number 5 is The Shallows, starring Blake Lively, where she's stuck on the reef. Not the reef, the jetties, and the shark is hunting her. I thought that was a really well done movie. So it was a cool beach movie, and I dug the horror of it too. What you got for me, Paul?
I went with I Know What You Did Last Summer because it happens kind of on a coast and it counts. And
I do.
It's a nostalgic movie for me. I know it's not like amazing, but I liked it, and so was a blockbuster at the time. God love.
I get it. It was like back then. That was a fun time of horror. You know, like it was just kind of kicking off, and that was still early enough, I think, where I haven't seen it in years, but I remember I liked it. I saw it in high school. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know, I'm down with it. What about you, Sturdy? You like that one?
What was it again?
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I haven't seen it in years. I got to go back and watch it. I probably haven't seen it since early 2000s, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
I rewatched it recently because he's not.
They're supposed to be doing a reboot or a remake or something.
They did a TV show, but it got canceled, and it was like I guess a part of continuation of whatever.
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing another movie though.
Oh well,
supposedly.
Good luck. Have fun with it. Scream is kicking off, so why not bring that back? Sturdy, what's your number 5?
This one is actually Piranha from 1978. It's a fun film, a really fun film. I know I used 3D last year for the beach horror. That was more beachy. This is more horror beachy. I think this has more of a creepy vibe to it because it's the way they come up from the water and all that other stuff. It was awesome. If you haven't seen it, this one you should definitely go see.
I like that a lot. All right, my number 4 is Club Dread, horror comedy by the guys from Broken Lizard. I still think it's wildly underrated and just a truly funny horror film. I would put it up there with like Tucker and Dale. So see that. What you got, buddy? What's number 4?
I actually enjoyed it for how weird it was and kind of different, but I put Infinity Pool because I have a soft spot for Mia Goth. Oh my god, I'm so ready for a new movie.
I can't wait for Maxine. It's going to be great.
And Long Legs. Oh my god, I'm foaming at the mouth.
Is she Long Legs? Is she? No, she's
no. No, I'm just saying those two are coming out.
Oh my god! Did you see? Did you see the Francis played it for us? Sturdy's wife. Yesterday it was the Nick Cage phone call. You can call it, and it's Nick Cage doing the message. It's crazy. I'll find the number and share it with you. It was all over the place.
Call it.
Oh, she posted it in the Horror by Sir Sturdy group.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. So I like that. Okay. So Infinity Pool. Very weird movie. What about you? Which 4, Sturdy?
It's funny. I'm with Paul on that one.
Okay. Yeah, you guys just watched it recently too for your show.
Yeah, and just this same again with Paul with the whole just this thing for Mia Goth. Like I love her. She's one of my favorite. She's one of my favorites out there right now, acting in horror.
Okay.
And I love her acting. I love her style. It's just I don't know.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I think she's kicking ass. And I'm very excited for Maxine. I want to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, my number 3 is The Mutilator, or also known as Fall Break.
Oh.
If you've never seen this movie, you need to watch this movie. It's fun. It's a fun slasher film. It's a good time. And I just suggest people check it out. What you got for me, buddy?
So if you want something that's kind of mind-bending, so a little bit of sci-fi and horror, if you will, I would suggest to watch The Triangle.
The Triangle.
Yeah, it's like a woman getting stuck kind of in a loop, checking out an abandoned ship, and it's just, I don't want to give too much away, but it's just they're kind of caught in a loop in the Bermuda Triangle. It's really good.
It's definitely intriguing. It's an interesting movie. I think you'd like it, Sturdy. What's your number 3, Sturdy?
The Black Whale Ghost 3.
The Black Whale Ghost.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. And really, I do want to do I have all of those movies now. I do want to do a watch party of that one of these nights. Well, not one night, but over the course of a few weeks, of course.
Is it a sequel or is it?
No, it's a sequel. It's a movie. It goes and they connect. Every single one connects. But I can't even remember if it was part 2 or part 3 where that place where he goes to in Florida where it's right by the water, Paul. Mm-hmm. I couldn't remember if that was part 2 or part 3, but I know part 3 he was definitely there, so I said part 3 for sure.
Yeah, it's 3.
So this is all found footage?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It's awesome found footage. It's honestly, It's probably my favorite one now, and I love it because of the simplicity of wow, I can't even think of the name, but it came out in like '99. Blair Witch. Blair Witch.
Yeah.
But this definitely not this. Actually, no. This would be number 2. Number 1 is Creep. Number 2 is these movies here. Number 3 would be Blair Witch now. But these are just awesome, and it's actually for me. They keep building as they like each movie. It doesn't get worse. They get more entertaining for me. It's like I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more. I can't wait for part 9. It's worth this dude's doing his thing.
I love it.
Highly recommended.
I looked it up. I'm gonna check it out. All right, I like that. So that was your number 3. Which number 2 then? My number 2 is Psycho Beach Party. It's from the year 2000, I believe. I'm not 100% sure in that. But it's a horror thriller comedy. And what's his name? Xander from Buffy is in it. And there's a bunch of other people in it. And it's just like beach. It's like the 60s beach vibe culture, but it's also kind of mixed with it. Remember the 90s had like a really intense beach culture as well. So it kind of mixes those two together, and it's like a fun melding of them. I saw it on a big screen not too long ago when they had it for a local horror group here, and just really well done. I just thought it was a really well done movie, and it's out there, so it's a little more absurd. So me, I'm in. I'm ready to go with it. So I dug it though, but yeah, that's my number 2, Psycho Beach Party. It's fun.
Oh yeah. My number 2 is Darkness Falls.
Is that a beach movie?
I mean, they're at the coast, like they're living at a pier.
Okay.
There's not. I wouldn't say there's quite a lot of beach, but it is on the coast. You know, they live.
I am definitely going to say, Paul, you love to skirt the lines when it comes to.
I do that in everything, Mick. Everything in life.
Oh my God. It's gonna be so hard to plan things with you.
I'm so sorry. I'm a good follower.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna make it. Hey, if it makes it interesting, I don't care.
Listen. I did see this movie, and to be fair, a very important scene takes place in a lighthouse, which is on a beach.
On the coast. I'm not taking it away. We'll call it.
Okay, I'm just shooting him
like,
a little bit.
It's just not that traditional beach movie, and none of them have. Well, this is on the coast. This is on the coast.
It counts.
I'm gonna take you to some places that are the coast, and you're gonna be like, "What is this?"
Take you to Myrtle Beach, and you'll be like, "I'm never going to a beach again." God damn, dirty Myrtle.
Dirty Myrtle.
All right, Sturdy, what's your number 2?
April Fool's Day.
Okay,
On an island.
It's an island. There's a beach.
Water. There's technically a beach.
You guys are purposely trying to avoid sand in your movies.
No, look.
I believe. No.
Listen. It's better than being on the coast. But no. And seriously, with that movie though, awesome freaking movie. Love the end of that movie. Great twist. Check it out if you've not seen it. And if you've watched it, go back and watch it again. The remake is terrible. Watch at your own risk.
All right.
And it's not a beach movie. It's a city movie.
All right. My number 1 on my beach list is The Fog. The one that I went with where it was a coastal town, not so much a beach. There is beach in it. There's heavy beach. He finds all the crap on the beach. It opens on the beach. So there is definitely a beach movie, but I would still count that because it's Antonio Bay. It's not really, it's a bay. It's not an ocean. So like, I don't know that I would call it a full beach, but
it counts.
I think it counts. And I love it. And it's right here. You see it in the painting. So Ghost Pirates are always good by me. What's your number 2, Paul?
Are we on number 1? Are we on number 2?
Number one. Sorry, number 1.
It's going to surprise you. I tried to make this one super beach. So I went with Nightmare Beach.
Okay. Hey, listen, wasn't filmed on a beach, doesn't take place on a beach, but thank you so much for going with my
It absolutely. They terrorize beachgoers. Get out of here.
No. That's a good choice. It's a really good choice to finish it out. I like that one a lot. Sturdy,
that was the first watch for me too this year. I never heard. Mm-hmm. I only looked it up when we started doing beach themes, and I was like, let me look up some beach horrors, and I was like, I gotta check that out. It's fun. I think you'd like it, Sturdy.
But
nothing like a motorcycle man going around killing people on the beach.
Hey, that sounds good to me. I picked The Raft Creep Show 2.
Okay.
For my number 1 beach movie. I am still mad at those people though for being so disrespectful to that muscle car. The Camaro that they left the stereo on all night and the doors open. Couldn't even close the damn door.
They need to listen to music while they're swimming around. They weren't expecting that thing to trap them.
But that's all fine and dandy. They could have closed the door and put the windows down. They left the door wide open.
So what?
I wish I was there. I would have stole that car.
They were on a beach by themselves. Nobody was there to even help them when they needed. I bet you they were wishing somebody would have stole that car at one point, just so they could get help.
Get help. I'm bringing that right to the track.
You could easily say to them, take the car, but you got to tell the sheriff at least an anonymous call to get down here and help us.
That's fair.
And so nobody was stealing that car. It was perfectly fine. Now, I don't want to keep the door open because, like, what if, like, critters get it?
There's that. It's by the water. So if they never get found, I mean, that car I don't even want to think about it. It breaks my heart. That's the worst thing you could do in horror movies is destroy a muscle car in my eyes.
Well, if they could drive down there, then I'm sure that the trail that sometimes people use, they're going to see a car there, and it's either getting stolen or it's getting reported. So we'll figure it out.
I'm hoping it's getting stolen.
So do you get upset with a movie like Christine then? Like seeing that car get destroyed, then remade and destroyed?
That's different because of the premise of it. But Death Race or Death Proof, that bothers me. Quentin Tarantino, You're a sick man.
Oh, man. All right. Well, we just did our top 5 takeaways of beach horror movies. Thank you guys for joining in for that. That was a lot of fun. And we're going to get to a very special time. It's review time, people. That's right. We're going to be doing our reviews of The Watchers and the new documentary by Andrew McCarthy, Brats. That's right. Let's start with the movie I know. All right, The Watchers. So to talk about it just a little bit, it was directed by Ashana Night Shyamalan, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. It was also produced by M. Night Shyamalan. This is her directorial debut. It's based on a book. I think it's A.I. Smiley or something. I believe that's his name. Who wrote the book of it. There are some differences in the book. I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but I did look through some notes on it and such. So, because I wanted to see what the differences of the whole book was versus the movie. It follows a young woman named Nina who gets sent. She's in Ireland. She's an American immigrant in Ireland, played by Dakota Fanning, is sent to deliver a bird out in the country of, the western side of Ireland or whatever, in the forest. She gets trapped in the forest when her car breaks down, and she has to find some safety in a weird bunker with a window, and there's three other people in there, and the watchers are watching them through the window, and it's just there's not much more to say about it.
No,
it's I've lost steam halfway through it. Like, I'm trying to, I will say this. I'm not going to completely trash the movie, and I want to go through what everybody thinks about it. But I just want to say some good things that I want to highlight about this movie. The atmosphere is fantastic. The acting was I'm not. So the atmosphere is fantastic. Camera work was really good. I like the forest setting. A lot of it leaves questions and is very odd. Even the art direction of it just seems weird and out of place in certain times. Now I'm getting into the negatives. So for me, it just was a miss. It just wasn't that good of a story. The characters didn't really seem to know how to play them at any different time. Except for the older woman, but she had to remain. And I'm not going to tell you why, but she had to remain the way she acted the entire time. It's just part of it. This is part of the story. So, it just is what it is. Everything else, it just seemed like the characters made odd choices throughout, and it just seemed very weird. But, you know what? Let's, Paul, what did you think about the movie? Let's go with you first.
I was hoping, with it being M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, that she'd be picking up her dad's, good habits, and she did not.
No. It's her directorial debut, though. I'm not ready to judge her on that, because if I'm going to judge her on that, then it looks like a really good film, and that's going to earn you a lot of points in my book.
Visually, it looks okay. The folklore almost had you, but they dropped the ball in everything else. I'm not one to try to figure out what's going on in a movie. I try to purposely play dumb, so I'm surprised at the end. And I figured out what was going on in the first 15 minutes of this movie, so that ruined it for me. This is something I would watch at 12 years old and be like, oh, that's kind of cool. I would take a date there just to make out with her in the back row and kill time. This isn't even one I would even suggest to stream. I think just one you could just skip.
Oh wow, okay.
I didn't, Dakota Fanning did okay as far as the acting, but I just thought that all the semi cool things they had going for this, they'd find a way to kind of ruin it and just make it boring. I was constantly looking at my phone, seeing what time it was, just to see how much was left that I had to endure. So I didn't care for this at all. And I don't have any high hopes for her, unfortunately, from here on out. I hope she surprises me, but
I think I always try to give the benefit of the doubt. Like, first movie, let's see what happens next. You know, it sucks that your first movie sucks.
Yeah, but her dad did so good. For Sixth Sense was fucking amazing. So
it was not. I'm going to argue that. Like, it was a pretty good movie. It's just okay. I realize why you like it, and I respect why you like it. I'm not really so much arguing with you because we've had in-depth talks about The Sixth Sense. So I realize where you're coming from when you say it, but at the same time, like I hard disagree with the generalism of it being such a great, phenomenal film, because I realized why it was great for you and you really loved it. But for the masses, it was the ending. It really was. And then there's maybe two other scenes that are gonna be like, oh yeah, well, I really like this too. And it's like, no, you like the ending. It tricked you, and it flooded the airwaves, and everybody was talking about that movie, and that's what everybody loved about it. It's a good movie. Right. It had a really good twist. Right. That's what, if it didn't have that twist, none of you would be talking about this movie today. You would be talking about that movie like we're going to talk about this movie in 20 years. Right. So, and our poor third Mike has not even had a chance to say anything about it.
Sorry, Sturdy.
No, you're good, because I watched this movie when it came out, and it's not memorable.
No.
It doesn't stand out. I feel like it was just one of those things that just kind of happened. It's like going out one night, you had a night, and you black out, you just forget the whole night. But it wasn't like one of those nights where anything cool happened, or your friends are like, yo, last night, man, you did a backflip, this, that, and the third. It's like, yo, you just blacked out and went to sleep. That was it. Yeah. And that's basically what this was to me. I mean, like you were saying, the visuals were nice, but other than that, the story was boring.
None of it made sense either. Like there's certain changes in the book that really bugged me about it was they took the bird. The bird's not really in the book, and the bird isn't what's getting them out. You know, they had a compass in the book. So they really just switched for a natural thing rather than the logical step of like, here's a map, here's a compass, there's the boat, go at this time. Here's the plan. No, we have to add a bird because it adds an element of loving nature and showing that, and it just doesn't. You're adding bullshit because they're going to keep up with that bird. That bird's just going to happen to stay ahead of them. That thing's gone, just like every other freaking bird.
Don't worry.
Like it's gone, and you're going to be stuck in a forest. Whatever. It was just a really drab, stupid movie that doesn't really make too much sense because you cannot put the big shelter that he created in underground or this thing with all of these watchers there. And I realized they tried to talk it away like, oh, I hired people to come in and then they would get killed at night. And then I would hire more people to go in and finish a job. It doesn't sustain itself. That doesn't sustain. You can't do it. By the time that work got done every day, that would take years to develop what he built.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell me you hire like 12 to 13 men a day, every day for years in Ireland, on a island with a limited amount of people in its population. You would have went through the entirety of Ireland. Yeah. like there would be people would think there's a famine. That's it. That's what would happen. Now it would have been cool if maybe you made a deal with the watchers and said, I'll bring these people in, you can copy them and kill them. Yeah. And then you copy them and then like maybe I'll usher you out, but it still wouldn't have made sense to the stupid. None of it works. All right, let's move on. I'm done. Oh, let's give our ratings. We didn't even give our rating. I gave it a 1. They gave it a 0.5 point. This movie is just not there. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna tell you not to watch it. Watch it. If you love it, go ahead.
Yeah, watch your own risk.
Yeah, that's your thing. It was not an effective movie in my opinion. By any means. All right. Brats. The quintessential Brat Pack documentary. And it was directed by Andrew McCarthy. And this was his journey into meeting with members from the Brat Pack and who worked on those movies and the journalist who coined the phrase in his article about them and so much more. And it seemed like it was Andrew McCarthy's journey to kind of take down the Brat Pack moniker. He really does not like that moniker. He had such a chip on his shoulder throughout this whole documentary. I wrote a full-length review on it. You can go check it out. I'm starting to get back into my writing, so like it's starting to get better and better. And also, I'm using a great new editor tool, which is so much
Heck
fun. It just helps with able to get the grammatical side of down. I gotta tell you, this movie was a really poor excuse for a documentary. In my opinion. What did you think, Paul?
So I just felt like it was McCarthy just kind of wanting to show that he was still bitter about things, and just for him to let, I guess, all of us know how he still felt about, I guess, the Brat Pack.
It did seem like a desperate attempt to try and get everybody else angry about it too.
Yeah, and I think if I got anything from this whole thing, because it was rather long as far as documentary goes, I just thought I always thought they all hung out together all the time, like they were all friends and stuff, and then realizing that besides that, like a couple of them that actually kind of hung out, most of them were like, no, unless we were on movie sets, we weren't together, and I assumed like they all hung out 24/7, and that wasn't the case at all. I don't know. For me, it kind of ruined the allure of all those movies, because I always, in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, after Breakfast Club, I bet they went to, I don't know, like IHOP or somewhere like that and hung out and were best friends. And then now it's like, oh no, you guys just separated and no one really kept up with anyone. That sucks.
And well, and to add to it too, like the fact that, I mean, they didn't, like, adding to what you're saying, in that they didn't really even know each other, because that article that was written was about Emilio Estevez and his upcoming rise, and the Breakfast Club had just come out, and he had other stuff coming. So the reporter followed him and his friends around, and some of them were interacting. Like he would see Rob Lowe, or he'd see, and so like he would see these people out. But with St. Elmo's Fire coming out, all of those were like the quintessential Brat Pack, stars of the moment. So that was like, if the Brat Pack moniker didn't exist, they would not have the stardom at the time. I truly believe that. And it's evident in the fact that, and I'm not knocking anyone, because some of them were not as strong of actors as I think some like to believe. They were fine in the movies they were in, but they weren't as strong of actors. And it's seen in the fact that the careers didn't really carry over. Emilio Estevez not acting anymore is more because he's directing. He doesn't like the limelight. He doesn't really like doing that, but he just stayed out of it. He didn't get mad and make a documentary about it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just like, whatever. And I loved even his take on it, and saying, like, he's like, it was the past, Andrew. You just got to let it go, man. And like everyone was saying that to him, just like, let it go. And I loved Rob Lowe in this. I thought Rob Lowe really put it perfectly.
Yeah.
But you just finished it, Sturdy.
Yeah.
I would love to hear your take fresh off.
Honestly, I agree with both of what you guys said. And I'm watching it with my wife. She was pointing out a lot of things you guys were saying about him just kind of whining and complaining the whole time. And I'm like, I think it's a dope thing, like the whole Brat Pack moniker and all that. Like, you may have been annoyed with it back in the day, but I'm like, people, when you mention the Brat Pack, people of a certain age know what that is. Or just, I won't even say, I'll say just people that are real film fans. A lot of film fans will know what that is, no matter what age at some certain point. And that's something that's dope, because like you're saying, some of them aren't as strong of actors. So it's like, you look up the Brat Pack, you go look up these movies, you're going to watch all those movies with every single one of those actors in these movies. And he's over here talking about just like complaining the whole time. Like you were saying, everybody's like, just let it go. Some are even saying, I took it as positive. I mean, look at the limelight it brought us back in the day, and people still remember us now. That alone is huge. That alone is huge, because there's a lot. Just think of the other actors, young actors that weren't in that group, that weren't that popular, of that group of actors that were acting around that same time, that nobody knows who they are right now.
Well, even to argue that point a little bit further about this, look at how many they had in there that are actually bigger than them and not in the Brat Pack now. Leah Thompson was in there, and you still know her, and she's still directing a lot. So like, she just directed a few episodes of Picard, and I'm sure she's done more since then. So like, So I forget who else they talked to that wasn't in the. John Cryer had an amazing career with 2.5 Men, and he played Lex Luthor on Supergirl. So like, and then you have Rob Lowe, who, like, it seems like the ones who wanted to be in the Brat Pack, they were like, we wanted that. We would have loved to have been in the Brat Pack, but we were like adjacent, led good careers. Yeah. And then you have Rob Lowe, who embraced the hell out of it, right? And he back then, he was really just considered the pretty boy. He wasn't really considered like this great be-all, end-all actor. Now look at his career. He's very prevalent in today's world. He was probably the biggest star today that they had in that movie, and that probably hurts him. But like Parks and Rec, Brothers and Sisters, like all the stuff that he did. So it's something like that to watch. Like, it's really telling I like Andrew McCarthy. I like Molly Ringwald. I like Judd Nelson. I like Emilio Estevez. That whole crew, but their careers, other than Emilio Estevez, I'm taking him out. But like I said, he just directs now and doesn't like to be attached to it. The other ones, you know, Andrew McCarthy was probably actually Judd Nelson was a pretty damn good actor, but he just didn't like that type of. It seemed like he didn't like that type of fame.
Yeah,
and they all kind of went away.
Yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall, who didn't get mentioned or name checked or anything in the damn thing, is probably one of the bigger ones out of it, you know? And it's so crazy to me that like this just it missed the mark, in my opinion. It's like you could have really, if somebody with a passion and love for the Brat Pack,
I was going to say the same thing,
could have sat down and somehow pulled everybody together, or not everybody together, but one-on-one, like kind of like he did, to talk about it and really get in depth. But even Andrew McCarthy sitting down with the reporter at the end, it felt entitled and shitty.
Yeah,
and
wanting that apology and all that. Yeah.
Don't you think you should apologize for that? And he's like, no, I don't. Like, and I loved every answer that journalist gave. I was like,
yeah,
perfect. That's integrity. Like what you're doing, Andrew McCarthy, isn't integrity. You're trying to jump on something here, and it's not working. And then, like right after that didn't work, you notice the tone changed.
Yep.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, I guess we love it. But he still looked pissed every time he was like they were laughing or talking. He still looked angry
because he still is.
Yeah,
he still is. He has to just certain things in life you got to let go, people. You really got to just let it go. There's no point in just beating yourself up over it. And again, with something like that, in my opinion, I see it being a positive thing as far as just being a part of that group and still being a part of that group and being remembered as part of that group. Why not? It's going to make people go back and watch those films. Isn't that what you want at the end of the day? You want people to go back and watch. If you're an actor if you're an actor, don't you want people to go back and watch your films? Especially at like that high point.
You know what made me laugh too is when this clearly it seems like if it was real, I'm sorry, it seemed just too stupidly awkwardly scripted to be real. But the moment where Emilio Estevez is like, we have to clear the air on some things, and it gets real tense. And then that's the only part where Emilio Estevez talked where I was like, this feels like he was made to say this. Everything else, it felt genuine, it felt natural. That's the only part where it felt awkward and it was like forced. And that was when he was saying to him, he's like, we were both up for these roles in this movie. And it was a movie they name checked. And I'm like, it was never made.
Right.
I was like, so you're telling me that this is an amazing script that caused a rift between you two possibly working together, friendship. And yeah, Emilio Estevez didn't want him on the movie because he didn't want to be associated with Brat Pack at the time. Fine. He was the bigger star. Sorry, Andrew. Bye. And you have to clear that air 40 years later for a movie that never got made. That's why I was like, Emilio has to be like rolling over on this. Like, you should be kissing his ass and seeing if you can get one of his movies.
Right.
But Jesus, I don't know. It was such a childish thing. Let's give our ratings for it. I gave it a 1.5. I don't even know why. Started gave it a 1.5, and you gave it a 1. I mean, because it was still there were definitely some very cool choices by the people who made the documentary. Technically, that I just thought were really well done. I love the I guess it's a 16 mil. It might have been an 8 millimeter. I'm not 100% sure. I have to go back and figure it out. But when they would jump to those cuts of that camera, I couldn't tell if it was actually that camera or a filter.
Right.
And it bugged me a little bit, but I did like the aesthetics of it.
Yes.
So I was cool with that. But yeah, so that's why. And Rob Lowe. And it was cool seeing a lot of the faces, but that's why. But that's where I'm at with it. But guys, you know what? It's mixed movie pick time.
Yeah.
Happy Juneteenth, everybody! As you know, we've been looking and examining movies from Black cinema over this month to celebrate Juneteenth, and that's that's no different with tomorrow actually being Juneteenth. So happy Juneteenth, everyone! We are talking about the 1961 film A Raisin in the Sun. It is a truly fantastic film if you've never seen this. One of the best acted films of all time, and it comes from the stage. Lorraine Hansberry wrote the play, and wrote the movie, and it was carried through. And Sidney Poitier was in it. Louis Gossett Jr. is in it. Ruby Dee's in it. There's just tons of actors, wonderful actors in this movie. telling a tale of what it was like to live as a Black American in the 60s and the things that went along with it, and the racism they saw and the hardships and stuff like that. I just think it's truly a wonderful film, and hopefully you guys could check it out. It is of course, the classic film review for tomorrow as well, so we'll have that up at midnight, so you can go check that out. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining in. Thank you for all of you listening. Thank you for all of you watching. Thank you to my awesome co-host, producer. We love you, buddy. And then, of course, our amazing buddy who joined us tonight, Sir Sturdy. Sir Sturdy, tell them again what they have to watch with you this week.
So tomorrow, 8:00 Eastern time, we are kicking it off, which is Thursday. Not sure when this is dropping, but Thursday, 8:00 Eastern time, we are reviewing Vampire from Brooklyn, which I have not seen yet. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited to see it. And then, like I told you guys, Friday, watch party at 10 o'clock over on the Discord, Scene Snobs Discord to be exact, Savage Beach. And then we're going to be reviewing that right at midnight. You guys want to tune in for that. And rest in peace to Willie Mays.
Willie Mays died?
Yep, just seen it on.
I am going to, you heard it here first, and I'm going to go agree with that, because Jesus. I want to say thank you guys again for being here, and I thank you all for listening and watching if you are. Sorry, started to block your face, but join up on our Patreon. It now serves as our hub for being able to watch any of our links that are coming out for the week. We're going to be, now we have paid tiers and we have the free tier. So if you want to join up, just follow with the free tier. You'll get our newsletter. So you're not getting inundated with emails by us. You can just go there, check out what's going on. We'll have a rundown. We'll have the links to stuff. But if you do want to support us, it all goes back into the channel. It's a great help. We truly appreciate you. So, and there's plenty of perks to go on. There's shows over there that are exclusive to you guys. There's, I do AMAs. You can have one-on-one time with me, to talk about any of this stuff and more. And also, we just have some other fun stuff going on as well. You can also get merch and stuff like that. So go check it out. Patreon, that's where it is. It's linked down below if you're listening. If you're watching, it's right there, the QR code on the screen. And also join up on our Discord. That's right, Snobs Family Video Discord. That's what we're calling it now. Head on over there, join up. It's a good time. People talking, hanging out, having fun. And we sometimes show some movies on there, too. We have a really good time with it.
Savage Beach on Friday.
Savage Beach on Friday. And, of course, go check out snobsmerch.com. Again, link down below. Paul's wearing one of our established shirts. We have a lot of cool shirts and mugs and tons of other stuff. So go check it out. Really fun movie designs, not just logos and stuff like that. We have a lot of fun stuff on the site. Go check it out. But I want to say thank you again to my fellow co-hosts. And before we get going, just thank you again to our sponsor, Sticker Mule. And Paul, you have anything to say before we take off?
Hey guys, make sure to keep watching, keep listening, and keep loving the magic of movies. And also with Juneteenth, let's all be a part of the progression of our nation. Everyone needs to do their part. Be accountable, even if no one's watching, and do the best you can.
Yeah, that is wonderful words, and all I'm going to add to them is thank you guys for watching. We love movies, and we know you do too, so make sure you join up with us on the Snob Nation, hang out, talk about them, just like you were hanging out at the video store with your friends back in the day. It's going to be a really good time. So until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs, producer Paul, Sir Sturdy here, and we're having a good time. Join us next week for an all-new episode and more on the Scene Snobs channel. Thank you again. Remember to be kind, stay classy, and take care of yourselves, because that's important. Good night.
Peace.